I'm mad at you guys. Tell me why y'all came into my live stream last night asking, play League with me? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Don't you ever say the L word in this chat, bro. Straight disrespectful. Never. Welcome back to Bridging the Rift Part 4. If you have not watched Part 1, 2, and 3 yet, check it out. It was amazing. All of them were great. Part 1 was fire. Part 2 was solid. Part 3, I was geeked the entire time. That was the best part so far. I was a little kid at a candy store, bro. Part 4, I'm excited for because it's the music part, so I just want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm not going to do a long intro. Let's just get into it. I'm trying to bop to some music. I got my conductor wand here. I'm going to conduct the orchestra along with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put on my bow tie to be a proper, you know, conductor. You know, we're looking spiffy. If you haven't done so already, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't. Twitch TV/Kashar is where we live stream. Check us out there, as well as our Discord channel where we chill, chat, and vibe in the chat rooms there. All those links are in the pinned comment below. I am ready for my ears to be blessed. Let's do it. Show me, or let me hear me. Time to prove them all wrong once again. Who said that? Are these all Silco quotes, or am I tripping? Who said that now? Because the past 2 parts were Silco quotes, right? That sounds like something Silco would say, but I don't know who said that, to be honest. All right. Whew. Why am I getting goosebumps?
Riot, we've always loved music. In fact, in certain countries, people don't call us a game company. They call us a music company, and they say we're making games to do marketing for our music.
I mean, I guess I can kind of see that because
so
y'all do make a lot of music videos and
to a TV show,
banger songs.
Music was going to be a big part of it.
Hey.
Music is obviously personal to Christian. It's personal to a lot of folks on that team.
I think Alex Yee once said, when you go...
The Ekko song's playing in the background.
It's the same thing with music. You know, when you go write a song and you sit down to do it and someone asks you, oh, are you going to write a great song today? It's kind of like going, you know, maybe. You know, it's kind of like going fishing, he said.
Gonna catch a big fish today? Maybe.
What tools to use. I have
So,
experience to know where the best spots are.
Last episode, they said this music place was overseas, across the ocean.
But whether or not I'm actually going to catch one?
Yeah, like, am I gonna catch a fish today?
We've worked
We'll
on
try.
all kinds of genres at this point, and when Arcane came about, we said, hey, we're going to craft a full album of all these different songs, of all these different genres. It really was the culmination of all the different skill sets that we've developed over many years.
There was a lot of different genres of music in Arcane from what I remember. Like, yeah, there was, oh, we're really getting into it. We're really getting into it. Like, there was music like this, and then there was rap music, and then there was like, oh my god, so many different genres. Hi, Future Kashar here. Let me just say I loved how they made the intro for Part 4 different. Like, that was sexy, bro. I was thinking it, but I didn't say it verbally. Don't know why. My favorite track that played in Arcane was the Flare song. Like, oh my gosh, bro. That song lives rent-free in my head. What is your favorite Arcane track? I mean, I guess you're allowed to have more than one, but what is your #1 if you could choose?
Welcome to my studio in North Hollywood.
Thank you.
This is where we make some of the music for Arcane.
It's where the magic happens. Follow you? All right, let's go.
We were going for an incredibly messy aesthetic of gear everywhere. We don't invite people over. You're the first human beings I've seen or invited here in years. We prefer dark, no windows.
Damn, you live an interesting life.
So much.
Oh, look at the setup.
Piano. I've got the most important instrument of them all, obviously.
Oh, is that the French horn?
Everything I do is just French horn, and then I'll just...
My ass was about to say trumpet, but then it looked circular. I'm like, what the fuck? I wish I knew how to play piano. I know how to play guitar, fun fact. I have a guitar right there. I'm somewhat of a musical genius myself, you know? I'm kidding. But piano was something I always wanted to learn, but I just don't have the right credentials in my brain to grasp it. It's just not for me.
The French horn here. everything I do is just French horn, and then I'll just auto-tune it to sound like other instruments. It's
Oh.
a cool trick that I learned in school. Just kidding,
Interesting.
I'm way in debt for my college loans. It's a sad story.
Hey, what?
But also, he's a classically trained musician. He
Ah.
went to Juilliard as a French horn player.
Uh-huh.
When that career failed,
Oof.
he became a really successful pop artist.
See, like you.
I've been working
Whoa,
with
that
Riot
song's
since
a bop.
2016.
You never
Each
know
year for
how
Worlds
life
event,
will.
the biggest esports tournament probably ever.
Oh, yeah,
we write
Worlds.
an anthem for them, so like a big pop song.
God, I
Legends
really
Never
gotta
Die
react to
is the
some
first
world
Worlds
shit.
anthem.
Legends Never Die. That was the first Worlds anthem that he worked on. I haven't listened to Legends Never Die in its fullest yet, but that seems like a dope ass song for, you know, to be your first.
And about 2.5 years ago, Christian reached out and he's like, "What do you think about Arcane? Do you want to get involved?" And I was just like, "Oh yes,
Yes,
This
get
will
me
be
in.
sick.
Yes, get me in Arcane, please. Little did they know they would have to fight tooth and nail to get it off the ground.
To make music part of the development from the very beginning, instead of just this post-production phase, you know, that it often is in film and television.
They made the music first?
The first time I heard about Arcane
Or-
was pretty much a series of index cards stuck to the acoustic treatment in Christian's composing room. Technically, he was still a composer then, but he had the story that he wanted to tell, and he had ideas for who he wanted to help him tell it.
Yo, Christian is just the main character of, like, life,
Arcane
huh?
started with Alex Temple.
Man's the
who
main
is
protagonist.
just an incredible composer.
But at
Alex
that point,
Temple.
I hadn't done any longer form narrative work. I'd done shorter form narrative, whether it's like a 3 to 5 minute trailer or things like that, but nothing approaching the scope of Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show me what this is?
So this is a Guchun.
Who? A Guch.
Incorrectly, but
Yeah, I was gonna say a
normally
Gucheng.
it's played.
Yo, I'm about to
on a
see
scale,
instruments
to
in this
affect the pitch by-
Bridge in the Rift part that I've never heard of or seen in my entire life, and
I've been
I'm
using
all
it
for it.
completely incorrectly, you know, playing the back side of the instrument.
It's just a guitar, but it's lying down.
Playing it with this singing bowl mallet.
What
First
the
few
hell?
months at least. We actually stayed away from any like picture
I've
material
never
from the
seen anything
show,
like that
and we
before.
just-
The name sounds Japanese, but maybe I'm tripping. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
And we just explored themes in isolation for a character, every character.
So you didn't
I
look
think
at
when
the
working on a theme,
scene?
you want something
Wow.
that clearly makes a statement about who this character is, but you also want something that's adaptable. So this is the beginning of episode 3. We have this vocal melody that comes in.
Episode 3 was when
So,
Silco
for
was
example,
drowning,
this
right?
Character Silco.
Yeah,
You know, he's kind of one of the villains of the show. He's a complex character.
definitely.
There's good reasons for some of his motives, but
Oh, he definitely does.
Sort of a villain.
He's a villain, but he's
The
a
music
good
that I'm
villain for
writing
good
for him.
reasons.
not sort of villainous at all. It's very sort of welcoming and kind of seductive in a way.
You know, I never took that in. Silco's theme music and
sometimes
his
when we
his
use
tracks don't sound. It doesn't sound evil or villainous. It sounds like it just sounds almost inspiring in a way. Like, but you know, with sprinkles of darkness.
Motifs, they come back in kind of subtle ways.
Music editing is just like video editing, maybe even more
Very
complicated.
Confused, distorted version of that
Of that main
melody
theme.
we heard performed so beautifully by the soprano in the other cue.
We really wanted to have just melodies, you know, for characters.
Yeah, like main
You should feel like
main
you
melodies.
remember this
Yeah.
character in this moment when you hear this melody.
Exactly. I know what he means. As he says, like a motive, right? Like, yeah.
They're always there, but sometimes they're darker, sometimes they're brighter, sometimes they're faster.
It's the same,
They're always
like,
there.
theme melody, just brighter, darker, sinister, mysterious, but it's the same melody, just different remixes of it. Like, if you listen to Powder's melody here, and then you listen to Jinx melody here, you hear the similarities, right? Like,
Alex
you
Temple,
hear...
the lead composer. He's just such a god tier orchestra composer, like to a level I can't get to.
First violins at bar 13 can play that out a little more.
Okay.
Oh, they're doing it over Zoom for
One
real.
more for luck, and then we'll move on.
Or like whatever this is. in Germany.
It's funny because I was.
When did this track play? I'm trying to think.
So I listened to just all this Mahler and like Bruckner and all these people, and so I thought I was obsessed with it. And then I'd talk Mahler with him, and he's just like, "Oh, the specific recording of George Schulte from 1975. I prefer the third movement versus the Bernstein recording." And you're like, "Okay, all right,
okay."
you're the nerd contest.
I was gonna say, what the hell? What? Like, it really makes my brain boggle. How many people were on this Arcane project? It wasn't just animators, which was a lot of animators. It wasn't just voice actors. We have a whole orchestra
You
here.
never know quite what it's going to be like working with, you know, somebody who's at the top of their field.
So many people
Ray
on this project.
plays as a soloist with the Los Angeles Philharmonic.
Ray,
big
the
orchestras
violinist.
in Europe, you know, London. He's probably the first classical violinist who plays on like a $20 whatever million Stradivarius to an animated series.
He's got a lot of patience. A lot of the time, the music I put in front of him, it's written because we know he can play it.
Damn! Oh yeah, I remember that scene. Oh yeah. This was the scene with Jayce and Mel when Jayce was talking to the council people, right? And then Mel was giving him advice, and then he was playing in the. I remember that scene. Oh, that's him for real. Holy, yo, the violin looks. Oh, did he break it? Did he break it, or is that supposed to be like? No, he broke it. Did he break it? There's a string just dangling here, like off the what's it called? The bow? I don't know. Is that string for decoration, or he's looking at it like it's not supposed to dangle?
That was horrible. My God.
Playing a violin looks so annoying. That takes arm strength. You're gonna be ripped. You're gonna be.
It's getting very dramatic.
Like holy shit.
This is a cue that's based on the theme of the character Viktor. This is around the time when he pushes his body.
Oh yeah, Viktor was going down this rabbit hole.
Seduced in a way.
Seduced by the hex core. Yeah, he was getting seduced for real.
Starts to kind of lose parts of his humanity.
What was Viktor's quote?
Like a terrible beauty, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a really tragic moment, but it's also kind of a tragic ascendancy because it's like, it's not a good thing that's happening. But at the same time, this is kind of like a leveling up of the character. This is a
character development, yeah. In the pursuit of great, we forgot to do good. Is that what he said? In the pursuit of greatness, we forgot to do good?
I've been doing orchestra stuff with Alex Temple for about 2.5 years. And it was only about a year ago that we were like, let's do a 11, 12 song pop soundtrack to go with the show.
Oh yeah, this scene. I like this scene. This is the scene where Vander gave her some apple juice or some shit, a drink.
Moments in every episode with music, and so with the editors and the directors of our team, we try to find a moment where the music can actually take over.
Yeah. My grandma's calling me. Be right back. Sorry guys, I'm back. I have food. Am I allowed to eat food while I'm reacting to this? Am I allowed, guys? Do you mind? Thank you.
The editors and the directors of our team try to find a moment where the music can actually take over and be in the spotlight.
Ekko! Hey! This was the Firelights intro. The Firelights intro with Ekko. That was a fire song.
All these great, amazing artists, and the story is amazing, and the animation is amazing. The score is amazing. The sound is great. The music has to be good too.
It has to be up to par. Yeah. Sebastian, songwriter. They had so many different genres in this, man.
Homie for me. We did Rise together, did Awaken together.
I gotta react to those.
Like, wait to work with him any chance I get.
Sebastian is this interesting character. I remember in his interview, we always asked him, like, what kind of song would you make for this character, for that moment? And he would always just go, I don't know. And so we were like, we don't know if he's the right guy for the job. And then you just
Yeah, he says,
start
I don't
hearing
know a
his
lot.
songs, and all of a sudden you're just blown away.
Ah.
He's the kind of person that just does, but doesn't talk about it.
Mm.
We call these the banger labs, where all the bangers are made.
The banger lab.
Well,
So he's the type of guy that is not all talk, he's all do. He just does it. He doesn't explain, you know, kind of.
have we heard there's some music going on?
There's some, we have a
cinematics
disturbance,
for
some
Riot,
music going on
music
here.
videos and things like that. But Arcane, the extra difficulty was that, you know, the purpose of the song is for a scene, is for the story.
Who told you
Unlike
Episode
other
1.
movies and shows that might have
Right?
just like a standalone incidental soundtrack of pop artists, we actually wrote these to picture the way that you would score something.
Yeah, episode 1. Just the music for Arcane, it was just all different, and that's what makes it good.
I know for Sebastian and myself, it was like really difficult to like figure out that language where we're getting things to feel like a song, but also getting them to dodge between dialogue or like hit peak moments to picture, which might not be happening at a set tempo.
I know what he means, because you can't have a song that interrupts dialogue, right? So you have like club music like this, right? But then
So much in what we
if there's
do,
dialogue, you need it to
kind of
flow,
find
right?
Parts of the world as well, like Zon, this underground world where a lot of things kind of get repurposed, reused, mangled, distorted. That's what the drums kind of also tell me. Where I feel like, okay, if Jinx would design a kick drum, what would it sound like?
They go that far into trying to find the right 2021 World's
When we worked
Opening.
with,
This is
you
the
know,
World's Opening
she had recorded
song.
some really amazing improvisations. Like this for example, is. She totally understood.
Was
the
that
vibe of
song
what
in
we were trying
Arcane?
to
I
convey
can't remember when
and
that
send
played.
on, and it just was perfect.
Welcome to... Oh no, this wasn't Arcane. Wait, wasn't it Arcane? I'm having a brain
My
fart.
dream was to
Sorry.
kind of write the songs early enough so we can even still edit, you know, sequences and boards to the music. I think what we found pretty fast is that we would have this issue that we would approach all these artists and we'd say, hey, we want to make music with you, make these songs. And they'd say, oh, cool, that's awesome. When do they go out? And we would tell them like, oh, in 2 years. And they would go, oh, never mind.
Never mind.
So what we did instead is to actually write the songs ourselves. And then bring on the artist to kind of like, you know, either just sing it or find their version of it.
Ah, interesting. Oh, the... Ah! Yes! The song.
Funny enough, we didn't even initially think about Woodkid for this song. We had him for a different one, and he happened to hear this demo and went, oh, let me do that one instead. And it was the greatest thing that could have ever happened.
Bro,
This
it
like
was
sort
a
of an action-y
masterpiece.
piece when I had first written it, and then he turned it into the most chill-inducing string
This was
thing
like
I've ever heard.
the best episode, bro. Why am I tearing up
So, like,
again?
it always just starts here, and then you never quite know what it's gonna end up being.
God, it was such a great song. The flare scene was like my favorite scene of the show and my favorite song all in one. And I just, oh, I had that song on repeat after I reacted to that. Bro, my ear is floppy. That's how hard oh my gosh, that's how hard I'm combusting right now. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like shivers and like, oh, the Woodkid song. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay. I'm hungry. I'm eating more food. All right. They got the Ekko in the Jinx
Ekko
fight.
In episode 7.
Oh, am I about to twerk to the song? I'm about to twerk. I'm about to
Got
twerk.
that vibe figured out, and then for the vocalist, the rapper, we're like, okay.
Oh, don't just
we have
stop
some
it
ideas
there.
of
Come
what we
on.
should do. Like, okay, let's see what can, you know, let's send the track to them and see do they want to do it, and also, you know, are they going to do something that fits? You know, Denzel Curry was one of them.
In this Gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win.
Jizzle was another one.
Just might kick your butt, go run amok, then paint my nails. Never learned to raise my hand, was too busy raising hell.
And Brenjo, he sent us a demo that was kind of sounded like a female vocal. I was like, oh, that's a really cool, catchy kind of chorus part. Turns out it was him just pitched up.
white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining.
All
Yeah,
three
it's
sent
just
us
him
really
pitched
awesome
up.
stuff. So we got 3 demos. Like, oh my god, like what can we do?
How are
What
we
a
gonna do
challenge
this?
Just from having so much good material, how do we make it? How do we make 3 songs
Into
into
one good,
song?
yeah. How
Let's
do
try to
you
use all 3?
how do you mess that all up?
In this gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me.
What a
One cool
sick
and
ass
challenging
scene
thing about working on Arcane songs is you get these puzzles.
and a sick
That
ass
gets
song
solved.
for real, bro. This song went hard. I was so emotional from this scene as well that I couldn't even appreciate the song when I first watched it either.
After the cut, the episodes were already done, and so now if we do it early enough, we would have the ability for the artist to just kind of write whatever they want, and then we can cut the episodes to it. I think it was such a limitation for the writing and musicians, you know.
Working with Christian is pretty special because he's a musician.
Yeah,
That's also
Christian
another
the
great thing about him,
musician.
is that he's not gonna waste time. If it's not great, he'll tell you.
Yeah, he'll
Tell
be
you right
real.
away. Yeah, it's not working.
It's
Can
not
you play
working. He's not
the
feeling it.
57, just solo it real quick. I just want to hear it because I don't know if the
It's
orchestra
good to
opens
have
it.
someone who's not a yes man
More
and
congruent
agrees to
than it
everything
actually
even
is.
though they don't like it.
Christian started his career at Riot in an entry-level position, answering tickets when players have a problem.
That's
whether it's
where he
a technical
started?
problem or billing problems.
He started
Only a
as
couple
Riot
years later,
customer support.
He started to write some music, and only then we realized, oh my God,
This guy has
is
potential.
an amazing talent.
Talent, potential. He's more than just
Christian,
support
You know,
tickets.
the first time I met him, he came onto campus, very quiet, very unassuming, other than, of course, the neck tattoo.
Yeah,
And,
that one neck
I'm
tattoo,
Like, so, you know,
yes.
tell me, what jobs have you worked? What have you done prior to coming here? And he's like, oh, well, you know,
McDonald's.
I did some music. You know, I was in a band.
He was in a
traveled around
band?
Europe,
Ain't
doing
no
support kind of
way.
stuff. I
He was in a
"Don't
band
care.
touring."
How well will you serve the players? It took me a little while to realize
He said, don't care. How well will you serve the players? I don't care about your band. How well are you good with customer support?
that he was, in fact, a big deal.
Yeah.
I believe he told me the biggest audience he played in front of was like 100,000 people.
Whoa.
Christian's a freak because he gives us feedback like, no, the cello needs to be an octave lower and it needs to be this dynamic. Like, he just knows how to speak.
I didn't know Christian had this background lore to him.
When I released my album, I had one song that I was like super into, and I'm still really happy with it. But I just remember Christian was like, and Christian liked it when I was working on it. And then he heard the final, he's like, it sounds unfinished.
I did not know Christian had this history to him.
Before we can build them up.
Yeah.
Break them before we
Establish dependence.
He
What
goes
a
to
nice
give us
view.
high fives and we flinch. We're all so broken.
That's fucked up. That's fucked
Going
up,
is just
bro.
the episode 8 track where he's gonna have to pivot. It's the last.
The
song
episode
we
8
had to
track?
come up with, and this one was
With Vi and Jayce? Wait, episode 8 track.
Was
ambitious.
ambitious and hard to execute.
Yeah, with Vi and Jayce, yeah. But I can't remember what the track was for this. I'm gonna be
You
honest.
kind of go into it knowing like, by the way, this is the big champion moment for Vi and for Jayce, and this needs to be great. And you're gonna
Yeah, the
question every
champions.
choice you make because it's like, but is it great? And so it's
I
just- it's
can't
also
remember
same
the
thing.
music track for Jayce and
So
Vi.
it's just a bit of a Hail Mary just
What
to
was
kind of
it?
say, hey, we couldn't really figure it out, and so someone had recommended Paris, you know, just because she has a really cool sound.
Paris.
And then we just kind of went,
Her name's Paris.
maybe we should just let her do her thing.
So they got this
Like a
girl named
demo they
Paris
sent over, and yeah, we were just kind of
to just
opening it
do
up
whatever she
the first
wants
time.
with this. Oh, maybe I do remember the track. I remember it now. I remember the track. I think I remember this track. It was a sick scene. I enjoyed the visuals of this scene a little more than the track, but it's a good track. I like it.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Feels like Vi. She's right.
You know, her voice just feels like kind of something that Vi would. The attitude's really, really
The
fun.
vibes are
She even
Vi.
had, like, the shaved side, and then like the nose ring. I was like, she kind of is Vi.
Yeah, She got vibes. She got vibes. Sorry, I'm not funny. I want to learn piano, but I never will. I think I've resorted to that fact. I think I've come to terms with I'm just not a musical genius when it comes to
Imagine Dragons, and this is our
pianos.
studio. This is where we did Enemy.
Wait, Imagine Dragons? Wait, sorry, you're Dan from Imagine Dragons? Oh shit, hi Dan from Imagine Dragons.
This is our
hi.
studio.
Enemy?
This is where we did Enemy.
You did Enemy, yes.
Take you on back.
Oh, show me the staple
Whoa,
main
hello.
theme song of Arcane.
Hello there.
Everybody
Daniel
wants to
Platt
be
from
my
our drummer.
enemy.
How's it going?
The drummer,
Brendan
Daniel.
Key, our bass player.
Bass player.
Nice meeting you here. And Wayne Sermon, the guitarist.
The guitarist. Okay, and this is
wasn't
Imagine
planned at all. I
Dragons.
can't believe you guys are in here. At
This is the
exact
first time
I'm
I'm
here.
looking at Imagine Dragons. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what they
Vibe
looked
is
like
actually
until now.
that I play on League of Legends, so I definitely associated with it. And
Oh, they actually played League.
the three of us play. So Platzman plays.
Oh, they
Benjamin
actually
Old
have a
School
history
gamer.
with League.
I have tried League.
Is he a League hater like me?
I am a simple man.
We've
I
certainly
feel
been-
you.
We've definitely been late on stage in front of, I don't know, tens of thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people because we were finishing a ranked League of Legends.
Oh,
game, and we didn't wanna
League
get
players. Fucking League players on your
banned.
Summoner's
I love Ryan.
Rift
We've
and
worked with him
shit.
for a long time, and we've been a part of the community
Ganking
for years.
lanes and shit.
And I love Christian. We vibed out. He told me about what he'd been working on. He showed me a lot of slides and storyboard. At that time, it was in the very early stages of our career.
Oh, they
But it
had
was
the
enough
scene,
that I
yeah, that
understood
scene.
The dynamic at play with, you know, the sisters and Vi and Jinx.
What makes you different
Makes you strong.
You know, as far as Enemy goes, I think there's a lot of times in people's lives where you just feel like
Everybody is your enemy.
alone, or you feel isolated.
Yeah.
And that song is written in isolation and feeling kind of you against the world.
You against everyone.
Searching to be home, stories in a tone. When my back was to the world, smiling when I tell you you're the greatest. But
Oh, this is beautiful. Hey, hit it! Ah! Oh! My enemy. And this is when Vi drop kicks Savika. Man, I wish I could sing. That too. Piano and singing. If I had a singing voice, I would not shut the fuck up. I wish I could sing, but I'm just not vocally inclined. I don't got the right expansion pack downloaded in my vocal cords to do that.
I mean, it goes without saying, like, the last scene of season 1 is probably going to be an important scene.
Oh,
And it's
definitely.
this beautiful montage, and they had tempted up with this like stunning David Bowie song, and they're like, you know, Alex, could you write us a song?
The last scene for the last I can't talk right now. The song for the last scene of the last episode, I can't remember it because I think I was so emotional and on the verge of tears that I was just tuning everything out and just looking at the scenes of the music. I can't remember.
And you're like, sure, I'm gonna have a panic attack first. I'm gonna go see my therapist, and then as soon as I center myself, try and write a song that lives up to that moment.
I can't remember the song for that either. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I can't remember the scene, or I can't remember the song. Oh, wait. I remember.
The initial stems that I had done, it was just like a piano and my own vocal.
I think I remember. I remember! I remember, and I wish I didn't.
Just like a person just like lamenting. I mean, it was really Jinx's voice in
Because
this song. The
after
lyrics for
Jinx
that one
sat
came
in that
quickly.
chair, and
the
then
difficulty with that was writing a song that's structured properly. Because Jinx fires this rocket at first, which is like a beautiful moment as it soars across the sky. And I wasn't at the point in the song that something that big was supposed to happen yet. So we had to like figure out how to write almost like a bridge section that is
Yeah.
this rocket blast moment before we get back to the second verse.
I know what he means. Yeah, like you have to you can't just make a song. You have to make it to the scene.
Hit our stride, and then it would
make
be
it
like,
flow.
Okay, which artists do we want to have sing this?
Sting 2021 Game Awards. If only I watched Arcane earlier to enjoy this. Cause I don't think I watched the Game Awards, or did I? I don't know. I can't remember. If I did watch it, this song went over my head.
I mean, it's pretty convenient to be like, oh, we'd love to have Sting. Like, oh yeah, would you? But we had him there, and we were able to talk to him about it and get him into it and show him the sequence, and he was just really generous, and it did exactly what we had hoped, which is just elevate it into this moment that is kind of above everything else. Like when you hear Sting's voice enter, you're just like, is that Sting?
I'm gonna be real, I don't know who the fuck Sting is. This is the first time I'm meeting him, but he has a beautiful voice. And he's like a very elegant guy. Maybe I'm not cultured, but yeah, sorry. What could have been?
You know, it's funny because you work on these moments for so long until you actually, like, you think, oh my God, this is gonna be amazing. But you just don't quite know until you actually
see the finished product.
And you just have that feeling for like 2 or 3 years where you go, I think it's gonna be amazing, but I'm not quite sure. And you just kind of have to wait.
You have to wait to see the end.
Come together? Does it have that kind of magical touch? You know, like does the storytelling come together? Does the acting kind of come together?
We're bleeding money, and for what?
Oh, freaking Finn? Is that his name, Finn? This guy? I forget.
I'm curious to see how it will go when this show hits all the platforms so people can watch it and it's released, and how it'll go for our League audience, you know? And also kind of like the general audience. A League audience, they will certainly tell us.
Yo, he deadass said, yeah, our League audience, those toxic motherfuckers, oh, they will definitely tell us if they're satisfied with this product or not. The general audience, the outsiders, oh yeah, they'll either like it or they'll like it. You know, it's whatever. Our League audience, however, you can tell he has been in League customer support. The Riot customer support tickets ruined him.
A League audience, they will certainly tell us how they feel.
Changes the emotion, but all I really hear is just a...
It's pretty scary to know
Crazy scene.
that you're working on something that really cannot fail. You know, like it's not.
Failure is not an option.
So it just makes you question everything.
But bro, it's so... Oh, that was the end of it. Man. That felt short. But maybe it just went by fast for me. Where do I even start? I definitely understand what he's saying when he's like, failure is not an option. We literally cannot fail. You know, this needs to succeed. You know, there's no other outcome for this. And I have that outlook when it comes to content creation. You know, when you're so passionate about something, you just need to succeed. You know, this is all you really got. But besides that, this was definitely a solid episode. I love how they pretty much just got amazing artists and musicians together and basically just told them, do your thing. Like, just do your best work, you know, like, and if they needed correction, then, you know, they told them that, I'm not really feeling it, and corrected them. For some of the songs, I think they said they wrote most of the lyrics for some songs and then sent it into artists for them to go wild on it, and that was dope to see too. And especially with the Ekko song, where it's 3 people handed in their vocals and they made it into one song. That was sick as hell. That was sick to see. It was really dope to see the orchestra, you know, along with what's his name, Ray, I think was his name, the violin guy. That was great to see. He was going hard on that violin for real. It was dope seeing them talk about the Flare scene and the Flare song, although I wish they talked about it more. You know, the Wood Kid song, a little short in my opinion, because I really wanted them to dive into that song more. But what can you do? They had a lot of songs to get through, right? It was dope how that girl Paris, they brought her in and she killed it. You know, she basically had the vibes of Vi, which is great to see. That was really dope. You know, she mirrored Vi almost for that Vi and Jayce scene. And it was really dope to see Imagine Dragons. I've never seen, like, I wasn't really a fan of Imagine Dragons. Even now, I'm not really a fan of them. I just enjoyed the Enemy song. But this was me seeing them for the first time, seeing their faces, and that was dope. I didn't know they played League, so, well, I mean, 3 of them play League. The 4th guy, he's like, I live a simple life. I'm normal. I vibe with that guy. But it's dope that they, you know, played League because they had that prerequisite to coming to Arcane. Like, oh my god, we can make music for our favorite game. Like, that's dope as hell. This episode is just really fire. It still blows my mind that Riot wrote most of the songs. Like, I think they said that, right? They wrote most of the songs. That kind of blows my mind. Like, they really did everything. They, on all fronts, they just went hard on all fronts, bro. And that's just crazy, bro. Crazy. I don't know, man. This episode has inspired me to, I need to learn more instruments, bro. You know, I may not be a good singer, but you know what? I'm gonna get a violin, bro. What's that thing on the thing on the, I'm not gonna pronounce it. It's crazy because for those of you who are watching this and you guys like, because I'm sure some people who are watching this are musicians, you know, some of you, I'm sure some of you are music geeks, music nerds, musicians, whatever. If I got goosebumps watching this, then you for sure got some goosebumps. But yeah, just a fire part. I almost wish they would make a part for every song. Like, for example, the Flare song with Wood Kid, make that into like a 10-15 minute documentary, just that one song. And then the next song, make what could have been, you know, with Sting, make that into a full documentary. And then another song, the Ekko song, you know, make that into a full documentary. Make each part a documentary, please. I'm begging you, please. This was just a masterpiece, man. Just a masterpiece. And again, they didn't just, you know, make a song and moved on to the next. They needed their music to fit the scene as well, right? Like, they couldn't just have a song that just didn't fit the scene because there has to be dialogue and there has to be breaks in it, and, you know, the tempos and then even the main melodies of the characters. So Silco's melody, there's a main melody for Silco, but then they have different remixes for it where it's more dark or more sinister or more mysterious. And then Jinx and Powder is more upbeat, then Jinx is more distorted, and it's just, it was great. Okay, anyways, I was like, I could go on and on and on, but this video, guys, if only you knew how much I cut out of my videos, bro. Sometimes I do reactions, right, and I talk and the video ends up being like 50 minutes long. Like, look guys, I'm editing this right now and it's at the 50-minute mark. Look at that, 50. I gotta, this video cannot be 50 minutes. I gotta cut this down. I'm sorry. I could talk about this shit forever, bro. Anyways. Thank you for watching once again. Oh, that voice crack. Thank you guys for watching once again. There we go, strong voice. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting all these Bridging the Rift parts. Part 5 is the last part, and I almost don't want this to end. But it has to end sooner or later. So hopefully I'll see you for part 5. Hater reactions, and I will start Gravity Falls again soon, so check that out as well. Thank you for all your support. Leave a like if you haven't, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and tell me what your favorite song in the show is, and it better be the Flare song. It better be the Flare Scene song, I'm telling you. If it's not, then I'm gonna never eat pancakes again.